Looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us for tonight's channeling. Hello, everyone. It's been a while since Thursday. Okay, so I might do like a mini version of like the update. It's going to be like a longer version after this. We'll just see what comes through. We'll leave it open for. We'll just see what happens here. This will be like the mini version, and then there'll be a longer version after the chat questions. So we'll do a mini version of messages, and then do answer questions here, and then go into the chat on a separate video, and in a separate video I'll just do the galactic messages and whatever is out there today. So alright, blessings everyone, much love. Thank you for new viewers, old viewers, skeptical viewers, whatever is out there. So we'll be happy to connect to whoever we can. So that's about it, and see how things go. Alright, so much love everyone, and here we go. Blessings. This is Michael once again. To all of you, thank you for being of this earth and its surroundings. There is much going on in your angelic world, your astral worlds. Your astral world was going into a transitional phase of renewal of energies, as your earth is in some ways prepped for its awakening process. as new beings begin to connect to this planet on their own terms, of course. Meaning that your humans here speak to only certain species, relate to them, or even angels also. So there's a lot of momentum around of who can speak to who feels comfortable with who, as you're aware. But this is quite a, so it's getting crowded. It's always been crowded, but it seems to be getting more crowded to a certain degree. One moment, there's interference. As your son also is christening. It is changing the vibration of your earth also, as it also goes into an energy flux of transition of your human awareness. It will not happen, yes, as you said constantly. Your world awareness of aliens, spirituality will not happen fast, but it will move in a little bit quicker than usual. But it's up to your human to decide what they want in their reality, of course. As you are aware, most would choose not to and hold on to their material possessions, which is fine, what they are used to. It is the world what they are used to, which is fine. It is part of their soul growth. And in that case, there'll be generations of that family that will eventually awaken to spiritual energy. So many are expecting a quick visitation from your aliens. Well, they'll have that, most likely. But as for communities, as for your aliens having their bases here where you can all walk in, enjoy, and have a tea, that's going to be some time in your future. A long time. But concentrate on now. Not worry about your global economies. Worry about now. Not even worry. Just enjoy the moment. Many do not enjoy the moment. They're so busy looking forward. Yes, it's understandable. You have to prepare. That's fine. But don't put worry there. Remember, enjoy your time here. The joy time is here if you wish it to be here. If not, that is up to you. You can do whatever you wish. In this incarnation, you have many choices of whatever timeline you wish to attend. Which is fine. But there's one other entity to say hello, and they'll go into your question area. So much love to your society. Good evening, all. I am Gilda with the Spider Collective. The humanoid Spider Collective. Yes, we have our own world, but yes, we've inhabited yours quite well. Through our galactic friends, had to have a place to go. and there was a welcome mat to your Earth. You can say refugees were allowed to visit and make themselves home. This is why many of your animals are here. And many of them eventually will have their messages when your society is ready, but maybe sooner than later. But we are here as assistants to Mother Earth and the other insectoids as we support nature in its ways. Notice we are very connected to nature, and your human is connected but very disconnected. Easy for you to do that. You don't have to spin webs like we do. What do we do with these webs? But to connect with nature. You humans maybe would help you in your spiritual direction. Would be good to have a web to weave. It will assist you in your spiritual endeavors. It has helped us quite greatly in our. It is not appropriate for you to stay long. But our message to you as you're connecting to our energies, you will feel a heart, a loving energy, also an energy of a great knowing, a great knowledge of your universe, because we are space travelers. We have been everywhere, as most insectoids have, so meaning we have great knowledge about all your species to a certain extent. And it has not quite been fully explored, but will eventually, we do feel. Our time has come. We also feel that humanoids are being more prepared to hear what we have to say, because some of them will be scratching their heads most of the time. But that's part of our ancient ways, that our souls, our species is older than many. Older than your Pleiadians, for sure. Your humanoids, for that matter. So much love to your societies. Oh yes, before I leave, yes, your politicians, your Hillary Clinton has had an incarnation with us, and I am being directed to say this. And those in your spotlight, yes, the other one, the loud one, he is draconian. Also, what we call reptoid. You might not understand what that is. Snapper dragon. I believe that's understandable by some of the things he said. In other incarnations, he's bit other individuals' heads off with that mouth of his. That explain why he says the things he says? Yes. Who will you be now? Greetings to you in our connection here. We are of a race connected with this one sometime, but there are different types of species. We are the tall whites. There are different types of tall whites. We are more than humanoid, with gray-like skin slightly, but we are mostly white of skin origin. Very human, longer fingers, bigger eyes. We are in the 6th density, but we can go into the 3rd and 4th if we wish. We are space travelers. Yes, the name Gideon seems to work well with your Earth. I believe someone else used that one. I'll use it also. The vibration of it is we are before we can stay for some time. From our tall white, well, yes, we are interacting with your government, yes, but not in the way that you might think of a negative nature. Some are, yes, but not our species. We are more of a 6th density species. We are assisting your government to a certain degree of this transition into more of a galactic atmosphere. I mean, we brought many of your senators, of course, I don't remember, but also those of your, we don't call them by projects, call them something else, but it doesn't matter. We bring many to our ships and to show them the Galactic Federation of Light and negotiate, you can say, or just to show them where your world can go. As an option, we don't force anything, but we are bringing much assistance that is much needed for those in your government that has a good within themselves, not the ones with great ego. Those do not get trips. Not with us, at least. They usually hang out with the reptilians very much, and the Greys, for either way, we're not involved with that. But yes, your world's going through a renaissance, early stages of it, of your galactic connections to your galactic society. The Renaissance took a while to build, and as your society will have to take a while to build. And this is a grand transition, so it will be some time. We do have messages other than that, but we will wait till later. So if there are questions here, we'll be happy to answer them.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, the first one is from Jamie, and her first one is, I'd like to know if my close friend Jose Lopez and I knew one another in past lives, and what was our relationship?
Well, yes, you have many lifetimes. You had a lifetime with the dinosaur species on a dinosaur world, not on this planet. Of a life of harmony, though, not as you see it here. You have one version of it on this planet. There are more kinder versions of it, with society and going to work and things like that. One moment. Would you also have times in your time of your Middle Ages? Yes. Also, I see China also as ancient China. Or the Mayan? No, not Mayan. Not Mayan. More of your China history. I'm not too familiar with it here. As a relationship, what you feel already is something you've already, without going into full detail, what you sense is correct. Let's put it that way. Family, we'll leave it with that. Thank you.
Okay, our second one is, are there any messages for my sister Jade from any extraterrestrials currently surrounding her?
Yes, the Greys say hello, and they have been giving her infusions, positive infusions that she's asked for from the Galactic Federation of Light. She's asked for information of what is going on with the Galactic Federation of Light. Of course, she does not remember any of this. She will over time. This is for a later time. Yes, and many of you will be going through this also. As for you, will just have a knowing. That is that is beginning slowly. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next is Stacy.
Hi, Gideon. Nice
Yeah.
to see you. My first question, actually, I didn't realize Tall White was coming in. So my first question is actually about the Tall White's relation with Canadian Cabinet Minister Paul Hellyer. And he has gone on record multiple times about the not just existence of extraterrestrial, but also how extraterrestrial works with the Canadian government, etc., etc. And I'm just wondering what the Tall Whites really have to do with Canada.
Many things, because it's a lot more of a positive energy. It does remind us of many. The nature reminds us of our worlds. So yes, and this one that you spoke of, he's been on many of our ships. He does not remember. Somewhat, he does. A little bit too much. He's not really ready to know too much, but he does. As for awareness, yes, we are involved with many other politicians there, but mostly they are not aware of it. But yes, there is a Tall White base in Canada at this time. Yes.
Okay, yeah, he did mention that the more he talks about it, the more ships he sees.
Yes.
Interesting. His family's worried that he'll get taken
Well,
forever.
technically, he's already been taken, but nobody's taking him forever.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm just going to go to my next question. So Friday I did a meditation with some crystals as well to help release trauma from a past life that was more gang-related, reptilian energy focused. And I had just planned to like meditate for maybe half an hour, and like an hour and a half later I woke up. So I don't know if I went into trance or I fell asleep or whatever, but I woke up feeling very irritated, and I decided to have a bonfire and just write down a bunch of notes and burn them in the fire. And one of them was like, "You don't control me, nobody controls me." And I'm just wondering if this was actually a part of the past life clearing through the meditation.
Yes, it was. It did very good on that. There is some here and there remnants still, but you have cleared it out quite a bit. But there is. Your part. Yeah, it was a long journey you were involved with as for this incarnation, so there is still much trauma there, you can say.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot in regards to my heart chakra, but I'm working through it. I think I'm doing much better.
Yes.
In relation to that. So
Yes.
thank you to you guys and Ivan for coming through to help us work through our stuff. So
Yes, anytime.
I'm going to pass it on. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, that's right.
All right, next is Miguel.
Hello, Gideon.
Yes. Greetings.
Blessings to you.
Blessings to you.
My first question is, I've been feeling very tired physically, and I'm wondering if I've been busy in astral and what I've been up to, or what is causing this, tiredness.
Yes, in astral, you have been to many reptilian bases with doing healing, having conversations with many of them. Also with many Greys. Also, the Greys were not very enjoying of this visitation. I believe you were there as a Pleiadian. Something along those lines. And you were there as a peacekeeper, a peacemaker, I should say. And you had many interactions with them. Because these reptilians are very involved with this Earth, and they are causing disruption here. And so you're kind of going to the heart of the matter. I think you're getting kind of an idea where I'm going with this, but it is very intense where you went. And this is why you might feel very tired. And also, many of you, Ivan also, has been very much involved. You're kind of going, because you're changing this, you're involved with rotating this Earth into more of a positive direction. Yes, it will be some time, but to do this in astral, you have to go where you could say where the problem is. Not to say that they're a problem, but that is one way of putting it. Thank you.
I understand. And just to have an idea, how long will I be feeling this physical symptoms?
It seems like it should calm down. your body is still adjusting to it. During this week, you should start feeling more energy, mostly by the end of the next week. I know it's going to be... Yes, well, you're not the only one feeling the drain here. So it is part of the earth healing process. So we can't guarantee when it will end, but let's put it this way: from the looks of it, will improve, but it is hard to give an exact time. But your bodies are also adjusting. Many of you are involved with this. So.
I see. Thank you for that, Gideon.
Anytime.
And my second question is, are there any messages from the angels or my guide?
Oh yeah, you're very protected. You're doing what you are here to do, and you are opening up many souls to also interesting. To even enter into this world, you're speaking to many in the angelic realms that are hesitant to come into this world because you realize you've had many that you've like chosen to be good for this world spiritually, and you almost had to talk them into reincarnating into this world. And I don't believe they've ever had an incarnation here. And when they're coming, it is hard to say when, but they are. It seems like it was successful with them, though. I don't think you were meant to hear that one, but.
I appreciate it, Gideon. Thank you very much.
Yes, much
Blessings to you.
Yes.
Okay, next are Symmetry's questions. And he asked, can I request to have an implant to keep my vital signs normal and to keep my energy levels high because I have been feeling really weak and fatigued the past few weeks?
Yes, but he is part of this process also, what's going on in astral. Yes, I believe, well, strangely enough, the reptilians have been assisting with the positive ones, will assist him with this, bringing back his energy. Is very connected to the reptilians. These are, as I say, I have to say it again, friendly ones, and I believe you will start to feel a difference possibly by the end of this week. It's hard to say this time. Mostly by your weekend time, I believe. Blessings.
Okay, and the second one is, will aliens be more involved in my life now because the human experience is not working out for me?
The human, yes, possibly. You've been doing much in astral, and that's another reason why you feel fatigued when you come into this reality. But we can't go into details of exact what is going on. Is not totally needed to know either. But let's put it this way: your friends are working with you, assisting with your relaxation here to become more comfortable in this environment. I don't have any information to add to that. Yeah, I'll just say yes, but they don't know what to do yet. Let's put it that way. They are assisting where they can. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And next is Emmy.
Hi, Gideon. How are you?
I am doing well, thank you.
Thank you for being here. My first question is, are there any messages for me?
Yes, this new endeavor you are involved with is something you charted for you, but it was an option. It was never something you totally had to go through with. And it will become more successful. It is in its infancy, and it will grow. We don't want to give you too much information there, but I believe your imagination can take you some places. So you are on the right track, and it will only get better. We want to say physically and financially. You want to add that part too.
That sounds great. And I know I have like tall white aspects, but can I get a tangible infusion from the tall whites?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we will speak to you soon.
Thank you. Yay.
Mhm. Next is Christy.
Hello, Gideon.
Yes.
I wanted to ask if there's an aspect of myself with your race.
Oh, of course. You have several with our race, and many of them are working with reptilians to heal these reptilians. And you're quite successful, but there's many to heal, so it will be some time.
Could I get an infusion as well? Can I put in a request for that as well?
Yes.
Because I've been feeling the same kind of low energy and everything as well.
You also are receiving the backlash from that, from healing such beings that are complicated as reptilians. Because you know it's vital for Earth's for its healing. There are other beings involved with this also that you're healing, but we're not going to need to go into that. And you're feeling the weight of that. So yes, we will assist you.
Do you have any recommendations or anything that you can help us with that? Because we're all kind of traveling to do this healing work, that we don't bring in this energy, you know, so we can remain in good energy while we're here too in the physical.
Much is going on, much is being dealt with. Well, that's not the right word for it, but much is being done to bring a calmness here, but it is unlikely to be, because remember, you are moving rapidly. Maybe not in this dimension, but you are in other dimensions. So it is difficult for this to be stable, especially by the work you're doing. Now, if you're a part of the average work world, you will not, well, still you'll feel it, but not as, you're more sensitive here. So, but much is being done to assist with that, yes. We'll do what we can.
Yes, thank you for that. I had read in one of the books that the Star Nations, they had taken some of their contactees or Star family and everything, and they had given them like a some kind of modification or something, so they'd be immune to any kind of mind control or anything like that. Is that something that's true?
Yes, there's many things like that are true that are being implemented at this time, yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Gideon. Much love to you.
Much love.
Yes, next is Ade.
Hi, Gideon. Blessings to you for answering our questions.
Yes.
I wanted to ask, I've been leaving my body quite frequently lately, and I don't have any recollections of what I do, where I go. Can you tell me anything about that?
Much of it is secretive for a reason. One moment. Yes, I'm not giving anything I can add to that. One moment. What can I give? All I can say is we're working with the Arcturians at this time. And with that, there's not much I can add to that because it's like off limits. I cannot go into that information at this time.
Wow, okay, thank you. My next question is, I've been doing a lot of clearing of past lives and healing on myself. I just want to know if I am through with that, or is there more work to be done?
Only if you feel there is something to be done. If you can improve your connection with spirit, if you feel that you need this cleansing, I do not see anything. But as your first question, some of that is off limits to me also. So there's whatever that you feel that needs to be cleansed. I believe those you're connecting to, without naming them, will be coming to you shortly to explain what else needs to be done. That is necessary, but that is up to you to go about it.
Okay, just one last question. Is this potentially like my last lifetime here?
As far as I, yes, I believe you've had enough here, but many souls have finished up here, but they're also going to be working, well, yes, but in this body form, yes, but I believe you will continue here, but mostly in a more higher vibration energy, though.
That is so good to hear. Thank you so much, and
Yes.
much love.
Yes.
Okay, next are Kimberly's questions, and her first one is, any messages for her?
Yes, there's a couple here that you will be going through a healing. As for your chakra healings, you're in the queue. Let's put it that way. You have much Pleiadian connections, and that will assist you in your chakra healings. One moment. You have a very strong connection to the Dolphin Collective. I believe you have an idea of that. You've had many dolphin-like worlds where you are connected to, of the dolphin consciousness. And I believe you will be opening up to that. There are messages over time when the world's at more of a higher vibration, but even before then you will have information here and there from them. Assisting you, messages, your family is also involved with this race also. That is all I have. Thank you.
Okay, and her next one is, what is my ant connection?
As for the insectoid, I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you've been on very insectoid worlds where it's all ant, only ant, very few humans, but mostly in the Orion area. But there are others. Yes, you've had many lifetimes with them as humanoid. For the most part, you've had other incarnations where you're more of the ant that you're familiar with, but much larger, and they look a lot different than what you have on your world. We have dealt with them many times, but we're not going to go into that. But yes, you found there's much there as for galactic histories, and that will be eventually mentioned for this conduit and others of the insectoid connections to this universe, unlocking many souls from the unknown of themselves. You have been a queen of the ant people. You have been many incarnations there. This was some time ago, though. But you can still connect to those energies. And you still have that royalty where they can come to you, and so that has not gone away. You are still well connected to that. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay. And next is Julie's questions. And her first one is, I had a wave of dizzy energy during dinner, like I was smacked in the head, and was wondering what that was. I recently had an attunement.
Yes, that was from the reptilians, though. An infusion from the reptilians that you asked for. Also, the Lyrians there are bringing much assistance, and the Arcturians are bringing much assistance because they did not see that coming. So this infusion is, I believe you've gotten used to it now, but it was kind of like a smack, yes. They just kind of went over there and just stabbed you, it seemed. Not trying to be harmful, it's just that's the way they, not always they operate, but that's one of the ways they operate. And they did not realize what they were doing, but yes, I believe you're finally stabling down to a certain extent. Thank you.
Okay. And the next one is, any messages from anyone? Thank you. Much love.
Well, yes, going to this, what this was, this infusion is to assist you, your chakras, align them better. Also, your grays are very much involved with that creation. You're actually connecting to the grays often in astral. And this was their idea to pucker you up a little bit, to open you up a little bit more to what they are doing. Possibly you ever start to remember this. It's a possibility of that. One moment. Yes, I see you part of a gray alliance, but they're a positive. We always have to say that, don't we? And they are. One moment. Your memories should start opening up slowly. Slowly. In your dream state, slowly. You'll have windows here and there. And the Warrens are assisting you at this point also. It will help you with health and your spiritual journey. And the fairy energies also, you're very connected to them, many are. And that will come in more clearly also. Now, might be a slow process, but it is in process. Thank you. Very nice.
Okay. Next is Magdalena's questions. Are there any health issues I have to take care of at this time?
From our perspective, nothing that we see, but that is our perspective, though. Your heart chakra does need cleansing, but that is all. Well, your other chakras also can use it also, but that is at your discretion, of course. That is all.
And when will I be able to channel, and who will I connect to first?
This will be sometime down the road. As you connect more with spirit, as you meditate more, it is all a gradual process. There is no time on this. This is up to you where you like to, how soon you would want it, but even then you cannot speed it up. You have to go by. It depends on how spiritually connected you are, meaning how relaxed you are spiritually. There's many factors there. You do automatic writing is something to connect to your guides. We do recommend connecting to your guides, having more of a relationship there to assist. One moment. But we do see automatic writing as a beginning channeling state. Thank you.
Okay. Next is Michelle.
Hi, Gideon. Thank you for being here tonight.
Yes.
I was wondering if there is a message from any of the angels or ascended masters I work with regard to my healing, as I've integrated a lot of energies and it feels very different when I do a session now. It's very much more tame and not as obvious. So I'd like any words of encouragement or whatever they have for me. Advice.
Yes, one moment. We'll have to connect to that one moment. Greetings. I am Raphael. Even connecting to many of the archangels, and many of that you do not have names for because they have been removed from your Bible. One is called Michelle. One is called. There's another one called April, but either way, it doesn't matter. But yes, you're going into, yes, you're connecting more to God, but also your toning ability seems to be improving quite drastically on yourself and others. So yes, you are flexing your spiritual muscles, yes. But this Michelle, this is another aspect of you also. It will bring much assistance.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Much love to you. Hmm. As long as you're here, maybe I should go ahead and ask you my second question. Is that all right? Okay.
Yes, sure.
Great. So there's a past. I've been presented with a number of past lives that I do not personally remember, but apparently they're really important that I clear. And my heart hurts, and I'm not really sure what is the best way for me to go about clearing these. One in particular that is worrisome to me is surrounding the idea of dependency on others.
Yes. Yes, of course, you clear out these lifetimes is one by one, slowly. Take your time with it, but yes, it is good to clear these out slowly. It is good to be silent from others also. Give your time to yourself. It is just good for the healing process. Toning music would be good, not just from yourself, but from the vibration of other toners or other healers that might know of a toning nature to assist you with the releasing of this. It will take some time because these lifetimes do have their hold on you. It is difficult to fully release them quickly, at least.
By some time, do you mean months? Like multiples?
Possibly. It all depends on... It's almost like they have you possessed in some regard.
Wow.
So to release them, it will take... If you find healers that you wish to connect with to assist you with this would be good. But yes, some of these are quite sophisticated that have a hold on you at this time.
Okay.
So it might not be months. It all depends on how you want to.
Well, that's excellent advice with the getting others to tone for me. That's great.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, anytime. Yes. That's right.
Okay, next is Stephanie's questions, and her first one is, I'm wondering how the pendant I received from Arcturus Raw is affecting my cat that is wearing it.
She said it was a pendant, correct? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Well, yes, this animal you have, yes, you had an incarnation with them on that world, in that place. So yes, it is affecting them very much. Homesickness, you can say to a certain degree, but also the vibration of the beings that it brings in is very sensitive to that. It is mostly the beings that are set that is bringing in that you're not fully aware of, but I believe you will begin to become fully aware of.
Okay, and her next one is, any messages from my guides or you personally?
Yes, we see you going into a spiritual work. Be patient with it. Take your time with it. Your angels are assisting you greatly. You are being led in the right direction, but just to go gracefully, your fairy lifetimes, your fairy energy also is going to bring you much assistance as for the direction you wish to go in this healing. As a healer, the intuition will come to you. You will know which individuals to connect with. You will just have a knowing of what you need. Just the fairy energies are very strong with you. Become, yes, you were a fairy in many lifetimes, a very tall one. Many female lifetimes, male on different worlds, reptilian worlds, but as a fairy. And it was of, you still have that power, and you can utilize it well in your journeys.
Okay, And next is me. Hi, Bianca. Right when you came in, I started getting this thought of a harp and healing chakras and using, I guess, that imagery in my mind to heal chakras or to, I don't know, you maybe use the tones of the certain strings or something.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, give me a little bit more information on that. What's that?
What it is, it's different. It's several things. It's also music that all of you are creators. You have technologies now to assist you with creating different vibrations of music, not just through vocals, but also through tunes. As for this technology is becoming a little bit more, you don't have to be a professional anything to do music, but it would be good as many being in to connect with that, to assist with different type of, understand when you're coming from a higher vibration what you're connecting to, music is a great assistance as for healing many souls that are wounded here. But as for as what you were imaging, that can also be, you can visualize that as you do a healing and assisting others and their chakra systems. Visualizing sound, you could say. Like a chakra is going through the vibration of string instruments to help cleanse out negativity. So yes, that can be used.
Great. And any messages for me from you?
We do see many felines around you from the Lyrans. And they're assisting you in your journeys. Much of it can't be said here, but you are on a direction of purification. You're purifying yourself, connecting more with God and more with your angelic self. One day at a time, of course.
Awesome, thank you. Next is Sandia's questions, and her first one is, do I have a connection to ascended being Melchizedek?
Yes. Many incarnations with this one, also one that where he was connected to Yeshua and a lifetime Pleiadian, I believe. So yes, you have been quite active in other lifetimes. That is for sure. And also you've been, well, you've all had this somewhere, but you've had some fame also in that lifetime. On a Pleiadian world with Yeshua.
And do I have any messages from guides or angels?
Yes, they say your relationship with God will be coming through as the next step for your knowing. Where he does not have to be a stranger anymore, because you knew God in other incarnations and other universes, where he was a different sort of person.
Okay, and next is Blue.
Hello, Raphael.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Thank you for being here and answering our questions.
Yes.
My question is about the silicon, the crystalline trees that has once existed on Earth, and there is this. It's actually a tree. It's called the Devil's Tower in the United States. It's a tree stump of crystal. I connected to it about several days ago. I just wanted to know if there is any message from it on anything for me.
Yes, you're connected to the species that placed it there. It's very interdimensional. It is very the part of the harmony of this earth as we're bringing positivity into it. Much of your earth consciousness is not aware of it at this time. It is still a foreigner to nature in many ways. But you are this crystal in many ways.
Yes, I'm a part of it.
Yes.
That I know.
And
But
your energy can just, that's why you're here, partially. To assist others to connect to it.
yeah, I actually saw myself as a gatekeeper
Yes.
for it, and people was coming to do something, and I was getting them ready to enter it.
Mm-hmm. And you're here now as a beacon of that, is a messenger, but also you just your energy, just being around those individuals, wherever you choose to be around, to help cleanse them in this awakening process. But they must come to you, and they will eventually.
Yes, well, I'm happy to be a wanderer and be in other places of Earth.
Yes. Very well.
My second question is that I feel I am like I feel like I'm kind of an I kind of like an akasha of knowledge on Tesla technologies, and not only that, but other inventions and technologies. It's like I give people draw on my knowledge on this Tesla technologies and so on. Do you connect to anything about this? Why I have?
We've known him in other lifetimes. In this connection, you are almost fed too much information that's, well, it is needed. It would be understood over time of why this is coming to you. And now they are mapping it out for you, but I have not told you a direction where to go. But this will all, because you'll be connecting to many that are part of these records, the Akashic records.
Oh.
You will just, they're like brothers to you and sisters. They will be, once they awaken, they will see the same things you were seeing. And they once again they will find you somehow, eventually.
Yes. Well, I have no idea about physics, and
it does not matter. You're connecting to the energy of it. That's all that matters.
Okay.
It is all energy in the long run, anyway. Physics is energy.
Okay, so it is like if you connect to its energies, you have the knowledge on it, and you don't need the knowledge on Earth. I mean the language that describes it.
Correct. Well, yes, on other realities, you just imagine it and it is created. Here it's a little bit more difficult. So yes, you're connecting to your higher self, and eventually this world will be allowing this to happen, but it has some time for it to. Yes. So you come from worlds where you are highly evolved, where just a thought becomes things, manifests right in front of you. So you're just connecting to all of that, that's all.
Yeah, I kind of connect to that world of mine. It's I think it's in the middle of the universe somehow. Somehow.
So, well, others will be connecting to this also. They are now, but not as you are, though. Not at this level. If they are, they're not familiar with the spiritual side of it, just the technical side of it.
Okay. Yeah.
But you will.
Yes.
It's in time.
Well, thank you. Thank you a lot. I will connect to that on my own. That will be more fun.
Yes.
And more practicing.
Yes.
Thank you and have a good day. Yes, much love. Love you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next is Daniel's questions.
Yes.
I sometimes feel very exasperated with a situation between me and my parents, as well as at a loss for what to do. Are there any messages for me regarding this?
You're warning patience at this time, but it's also you're warning. Understand this family had in other incarnations, but in this one they have gone in a different direction you have. So this is you, in some ways, being a teacher to them, but they are not listening. And they won't for some time. Eventually they will see the world as you are seeing it, but until then, it will continue as it is, as though you're warning patience, you're warning tolerability. I don't know if that's even a word, but to be tolerable to this situation, and just to be as you are doing it correct as the best you can. There's nothing much else we can add for that. Thank you.
Okay. And next one is, any advice regarding my healing process?
There are many positive reptilians around you at this time to assist you. These are advanced beings, ascended masters, you can say, at a higher density, around 6th, 7th density, are assisting you. And this will be some time for you to go. As you are aware of this now, you will eventually feel their healing effects, and you can connect to them in meditation. There's also Pleiadians that are in the 6th, 7th density also that are bringing assistance to you. And these are blue Pleiadians, and you will be able, once now you know you're aware of them, you will see them in a healing process in your meditations, assisting with your chakras. There is much there to heal because of your work in astral, but it will take some time. Yes, the reptilians said they will. These are ascended mass and reptilians, blue in color, I believe, but they will bring much assistance to you. Thank you.
Okay. And for Kathleen, any messages for her?
Interesting. Your guides are taking me as for a message. You've had lifetimes in Denmark. During the time of the Shakespeare's writings, of course his writings were around 1500, but you're around the 1300 time period. The reason they're bringing this up is that some of the actions during your time was part of the Shakespearean writings, eventually. So you were in those plays, of course not mentioned name-wise, but the actions you were involved in some of those. I'm not sure if you connect to any of that, but you were involved with some of those. I don't have the details of it, but definitely Denmark. We'll just leave it at that. But we will just leave it at that. Because what inspired, yes, a later play, I believe it is called Hamlet. So yes, much of that did conspire to a certain degree. It was a lot of it was changed, but still, you had an incarnation that had a connection to that. The reason they are bringing this up to you, because you had other incarnations that are similar to this, but they're not saying anything at the time. Also, bring a great healing to you. Also, knowing this, as you making the connection there, might be a little bit of a stretch, but is either way. Your guys want you to know that because you'll also have what they're saying is places within history that have been in literature all of you have, but in your case, it is need to be known, but it will be known slowly. Because there's, yes, it will assist in your healing processes. That's why.
Okay, 2 more questions. One from George. Do you have any messages for him?
One moment. Yes, there's. Yes, you call this a healing session here. Of course, it already is, but we're getting more detailed. You've had a lifetime. This is not about your future, but mostly about your past. A lifetime within ancient China, where it was affected by many reptilians. I don't have a time period around 1500 time period, where the people were not seen as human beings, were not treated well. Much of this was a negative reptilian involvement there, causing that. The wars had no reason to be. And now you are going through a cleanse at this time. Some of the depression that you're going through at this time, and even health issues, there are slight ones that are affected from that lifetime. Because of suppression, which is a lack of food, sleep, many different depression during that time period where life was not seen as valuable. But at this time, you are going through a cleanse. You might not connect to that lifetime for much reason. It is much wanted to be forgotten for good reason. But now it is part of your chakra system, and it will be slowly released now it is known. So, not to say your life will change drastically, but slowly you will start to see things a little bit more clearly as for psychic and spiritual energies. Anything else?
Okay. And one last one. From Exgina. Can you please help me with my sacral chakra? It's driving me mad.
Yes, we will do what we can. Your spirit guides will bring much assistance to you. Also, yes, we will send you healing.
Okay. And any messages for her?
Other than the angels are close to you at this time and becoming more closer, you mostly hear them. I will leave it at that as we go into detail. But you are protected, not to worry. Many things financially are evolving positively towards you, meaning your many changes are in the works and in positive. So yes, I do not see it being all that long, but it will be a gradual process. Earth has to evolve with it. It can't just all happen at once. That happen. Many things have to happen first. Much love.
All right. That's the end of the questions for her. Thank you so much. Much love.
Yes, much love to you, all of you. Many blessings from the heavens.
Much love, Raphael.
Yes. Blessings all. Yeah, somebody have to do
Blessings.
a blessing.
I will.
Thank you.
pretty sure it's something I want.
Okay. All right. Thank you all. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it's been a shift, and now I've experienced it. Yeah, different aliens, different stuff. So that happened around Saturday night. It's happened during that whole energy up and down thing too, but it seems like they've been coming through. So there's a lot of new stuff coming through. So much love, everyone. Thank you, and we're doing the chat questions right after this. Much love.